Greetings loyal subscribers and honoured guests. RMGB TV recently passed the 100 subscriber mark, and so I decided to make a special video to celebrate, as is tradition. This time around I wanted to share with you a list of channels that have inspired and entertained me for many hours, and all are great examples of what can be achieved with a little hard work. I will attempt to explain briefly why each channel has made my list, and I will share a few of my favourite episodes of theirs with you all. Please make sure you check out all of these channels and subscribe if you like the look of them. For each channel on this list I will be linking to a recent episode and an old favourite episode of mine. First up we have arcadeimpossible. Greg and his friends seek out cheap arcade cabinets, restore them to working order and give them a place in their basement arcade. It is fascinating to see the team go out, do the deals, fix the problems with the machines and gradually build up a fantastic collection of games that anyone would be over the moon to have in their possession. For the two highlighted episodes, I have chosen the most recent full episode where Greg and the gang go out and score a bunch of Caddicarus, as well as an older favourite of mine where they find a Nintendo Play Choice 10, which is in a fairly poor state to begin with. The episodes have been a bit more erratic of late, and they did stop coming altogether for a while, though it looks like things are back on track now and they will be coming out more regularly again. It is a lot of work to document their restoration process and edit these together, and you can tell the amount of effort that has gone into producing the episodes because they are really well done. The next channel I want to feature is the official UK PlayStation team, comprised of Nathan, Holly, Dave, Rob and of course their badger mascot, Delson Rodent. These guys produce a ton of entertaining content on a weekly basis, including Access Granted, their community-focused show which goes out on a Monday, the regular PSN update videos which happen on Wednesdays, and my favourite, the Friday features which are usually made by Rob if he's not busy having a baby. Here I have included a great video showcasing 21 of the fantastic games that we'll be playing on our PS4s next year, along with one of the funniest videos that the team has done to date. The dark side to PlayStation Access's light, or perhaps that's the other way around, OutsidexboX is devoted to everything going on with Microsoft's gaming machine. I've been watching these guys make amusing videos since way back when they were called Inside Xbox and were found on the dashboard of the Xbox 360. Their style has remained pretty much the same since then, but being on YouTube instead of a small box hidden away on the video blade of a console has allowed them to build a much bigger audience and produce a lot more content. They were frequently making amusing lists like the 6 Dickest Moves by Vault-Tec in Fallout 4 as featured here, and their regular show of the week is always a highlight. I've even been mentioned on the show no less than 3 times thanks to my stupid jokes and puns. Yay! BeatEmUps, aka The Game Quest, is the first of 3 similar channels on this list, whereby the host goes out to local flea markets or hits up Craigslist for some gaming bargains and shares the sweet loot with us on camera. The Game Quest is filmed, produced and edited by Australian Thor lookalike Wood Hawker. The early seasons were filmed in Oz and often featured his friend Chris as the cameraman, who kind of became a bit of a celebrity in his own right. Recently though, Wood has moved to the United States, so the latest season is going to be filmed there. Here I have featured the latest episode of the Game Quest, which only came out about a week ago, along with one of the most memorable episodes from the pilot season. RetroLiberty, aka the NES Pursuit, is the second of the channels to use the Storage Wars type format. This time around, Aaron and Ricky mainly go out to California swap meets to see what gaming bargains they can find. They have a love of Nintendo, as the name of the show would suggest, but are always on the lookout for great games on other systems as well. California most definitely seems like a goldmine for retro gamers. These guys seemingly stumble across miracle pianos every 5 minutes and find a lot of other sweet stuff besides. Here is the latest episode of the NES Pursuit, as well as one which features one of those amazing finds that I was talking about. You will not believe how lucky these guys are. Now, I'm not sure if Jay and Billy from the Game Chasers were actually the first people to do the retro game hunting on YouTube thing or not, but they are arguably the best. Their search for bargain retro games has taken them all over the US, to many different stores, swap meets and conventions, and there's always a colourful cast of friends that frequently guest in their videos, including Alpha Omega Sin, Rue, Shane from Re-Res and of course 8-Bit Eric. As well as the most recent episode, I have decided to showcase one of the many times that the boys caught Eric slipping. Caddy produces wickedly funny gaming reviews and retrospectives. At times his humour and presentation style remind me of JonTron, but with a decidedly dark British twist. He puts an incredible amount of work into his videos, which are all very well scripted and edited. He manages to get the balance of quirky humour and actual valuable information just right, resulting in videos that are incredibly easy to watch. I have chosen 2 episodes of the Caddicarus show to share with you here, where Caddy thoroughly analyses a game before deciding whether it deserves to be salvaged or slaughtered, though his retrospectives, where he takes an in-depth look at the first 3 games of a given series, are also well worth a look. Now, there was a time when the Completionist would have claimed the top spot of my favourite YouTube channels without a doubt. Over the last few months though, Gerard has chosen quite a few games that I have very little interest in, and so I have skipped quite a few episodes. I also feel like the channel has become a bit too professional for my tastes, with the videos being produced by a large team of people and frequent sponsorship from the likes of Nintendo. I just feel like the early days of the channel, where it was just Gerard and Greg, were the best. Having said all that though, Gerard still produces some of the best content on YouTube, and Greg's departure from the channel hasn't really harmed it in any way. Of the recent stuff, I thought the Super Mario Galaxy 2 video was excellent, and as for the classics, well, it can only be that Banjo-Kazooie video, can't it? Bears! Jason, aka MetalJesusRocks, is a gamer whose passion really shows through in his videos. Together with a team of guests including Kinsey, Reggie, Drunken Master Paul, John Hancock and more, he shares his collection with his subscribers, highlighting hidden gems for many different systems and going over things like the best games in a given genre or the rare hardware variants of a given console and its peripherals. His content has been incredibly influential on me. I have picked up quite a few games based on his recommendations, and I also often watch his videos for inspiration on how to make my own better. He has managed to stick to a regular Friday schedule for as long as I can remember, all the while maintaining an incredibly high standard of quality. I never miss an episode. Here we are then. My favourite YouTube channel from all of the 100 plus that I currently subscribe to is most definitely GameSat. Almost every single week, Joe and Dave produce an incredibly slick and well-researched video about games that share a common theme, from those that were never released outside of Japan, some of the more overlooked releases for consoles like the PlayStation or Sega Saturn, or incredibly thorough looks at a given system like the one about the Neo Geo that went on for an incredible 44 minutes recently. The two hosts are a bit self-deprecating at times, saying that they have wooden delivery and that they aren't very funny. I beg to differ. I find them very amusing indeed, have absolutely no problems with their delivery, and have learnt about so many games that I wasn't aware of before that I've lost count. I hope GameSat continues for a very long time to come, as whenever a new episode drops on a Sunday night, it's a real treat.